Okay. So the last tool, there may be others. If you see more tools, it's just because this is a work in progress always. That's the thing about learning. Um, in fact, right now, as I'm thinking about it, I'm already thinking and feeling another tool that we're going to add to this. So, really, the one right now, I reserve this for the very end because you guys have gone through quite a few assignments. You have created experience. All of these things you've done, you can keep doing over and over again, and you're going to keep climbing to that top. And when you become a point, it's going to get sharper and sharper and sharper and sharper until you're a Cutco knife. You are going to be slicing everywhere. This step right now is to master the context. I do um, W, a master of the context. Okay? What this is you guys have gone through a great education of bringing out your natural abilities and creating those natural situations. You guys, by doing each one of these assignments, it's opened the door to other things. If you don't see that right now, it's because you didn't do what I was teaching you. You skipped a step. Maybe you were lacking money for a particular date or whatever. Continue on um, with doing those assignments because they are very, very powerful. Now, master the context. What this is you guys really are masters now. You went from a white to a brown to a black belt, and um, you guys really, I would trust you with my unborn children. I really would. I don't know what that meant really because I'm not going to have more kids, but mastering the context is because you guys have received some great wisdom and you created action with it. And you guys are sources that other people could come to and receive that same wisdom. Um, Continue learning, teach others things that you guys have known. By going through this course, you are unlike other people out there when it comes to dating. You just are. That is a reality. You are a Jedi. I'm telling you, these are the things, if you just keep doing them naturally in your life, you're going to be a superstar. But always be learning, always be open, always try to better yourself in the best possible way with the resources that you have, with the mindset that you are given on that day and in that moment. You know, lead by your heart. There's a great song by the Tenors, a Canadian group, Lead with Your Heart. It's just so beautiful. I'm telling you, it's inspiring for this kind of situation. Don't get caught up with your mind. Uh, as I've learned more recently as well in my trainings, because that's where the anxiety comes from and the confusion. Just follow your heart. There are times where a woman you want to approach, that may not be the best time. Your heart's going to tell you. Your heart is going to push you to all of a sudden you're going to be talking to someone you don't even know how it happened. Your heart is going to be the one that guided you there. So mastering the context is you guys are where you are at. You are teachers now. Okay, you really are. Be careful with that because when I first started dating again a couple years ago, before I met my lovely Cassie, um, I found myself getting into teaching mode with a lot of women that I would date. Because, I'm getting older, so I'm dating women in the mid 30s, actually anywhere from it was the mid 20s up to the mid 40s, really. And I would find myself having to back up and say, whoa, hold on, hold on. You just got divorced and you're out of control. You don't know what you're doing. And I've had women almost break down crying because they are so lost. They I don't know if I should. I'm sharing this with you because I trust you guys now with where you're at. Um, there are some real lost women that don't know what they're doing. They're scared. They're fearful. They deserve to have you in their life to build them up and to teach them. Don't take advantage of someone that's down. Use that as an opportunity to teach them. I've had women, I've told them, we're not going to date again. Here's my number. I want you to call me. And 3 or 4 times later, I'm talking to them on the phone. I've had some call me when they're on dates. What do I do? And I'm thinking, I met this girl on Tinder a week ago, and she's coming to me for advice. It's a beautiful thing. When you are in that situation, you are a master. You are a master if somebody comes to you for advice. What are you going to do with it? Man, working with some of those girls, it was like they were sisters of mine. That's how I felt. I really did. I would never take advantage of them. But who was going to step up and assist these women in something that they were really struggling with? Some great women out there, and you're going to cross paths with them, and they're not going to be quite ready for you. They're not going to be ready for anybody. You need to intervene. There are women that believe that sometimes after a divorce, that woman needs to just fall off a cliff for the next year. And it's amazing how many women I've dated, and they were like, I got divorced a year ago, and this last year has just been so wild, and I'm going back to how things used to be. Can't handle that. Or there were women I dated said, I got divorced 2 years ago, and for this last year, here's how I've been doing things, because they learned. So there's some that believe that they got to learn through those horrible experiences, but that doesn't change the fact that you can step up and show up for who you are. They may take the knowledge and the advice that you give them and trash it, but they still deserve to hear that, because that there's a reason why the two of you came together. They'll use that stuff that you teach them later on. It will get integrated at some point. So the tool that I'm teaching you guys is for you to go out and learn and teach. Continue using mentors through books and reading and snippets that you overhear from people at the office, and continue to teach people who are in that position to learn from you, because it's a path. There's a direct line. Everyone who is mentored gets to mentor somebody. And that's what we're talking about here. So take it upon yourselves to pay it forward.